Good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, good morning, good morning. So I'm still drinking my mud because that's what rhinos do. It's delicious, but there's room for improvement on it. All right, cool. Welcome everyone. I wasn't too late today, only 2 minutes. If you're just joining now, you're the one that is late because now it's 3 minutes. All right, so super cool stuff. So good news, bad news? Well, actually, let's start with the great news. Rhino Bucks, new all-time high. And you know what? You know what I say about all time? All time is a long time, which means anyone that has any Rhino in their wallet right now is profitable. Anyone that's ever purchased Rhino on the free market is profitable. And I'm making the distinction because a lot of people invested in Rhino before we went public. That coin is locked up, but they also own it anywhere from 1 penny to 9 pennies. Therefore, it's not liquid for them until we reach 10, but I can promise you they're kind of dancing a little bit because what? We're like 30% there and we have a lot of momentum and all the cool stuff's about to happen. So I'm excited and you should be excited too. Yay, cool, woo! All right, that's enough. As you know, we do not allow too much celebration. The show must go on. But anybody that has, there's 301,000 Rhino in the ecos, right? Like we call it the float. It's out there. And every single one of those is profitable, which is so super cool. So we're at a new all-time high and we're going to continue. And that's what that is. Okay. So I got a text last night, or actually 4 o'clock yesterday from our team who has said that Ted is able to speak. So I tested it today and most of that is true. So Ted can speak, but I want to have a phone conversation with Ted. Right now, you're able to send audio messages to Ted, and then Ted will send you an audio message back. So essentially, it's having a phone call, but you have to have your phone in hand so that you can press the button, speak, and then when Ted sends you a message back, you have to have the phone so you can press the button to download it and then listen to it. So I think the next part might be a little difficult because I could imagine going from that to a full-fledged conversation is the hard part. But that being said, I wonder if I could, let me see something. If I was WhatsApp, where would I be? Because I have WhatsApp on my computer. I want to not show all my conversations. Actually, I guess I don't really need to show you me on WhatsApp. I just need to listen. Let me see. Okay. Oh, I'm staring right at you. So I'm actually staring at this computer, which obviously, duh, you don't know this computer over there. Okay, let's see. Oh, so another thing that Ted is doing is it's sending me so many duplicates. So there's things to fix, but let's see if we can do this together, right? Okay. I would like to access my microphone, okay. No, okay, hold on, I'm almost there. Actually, let me do this, delete for me, okay. Hey Ted, I'm on live right now. I actually just finished with Rhino Wealth and we were talking about Capital One, how that stock continues to go up because Synchrony Financial sold their the pet business, Pets Best. In your opinion, credit card companies that have a very, very high delinquency rate before recession, does that sound like a stock that should continue going up? Because it's my opinion that there's a lot of short covering going on right now, but I'd like to hear what you think. All right, so I sent that to Ted, and so now he'll get it, he'll listen to it, he'll give an answer, and then he'll send me an audio back. It works on my phone, so I'm very hopeful it works on the computer, or else I'm going to look quite silly, but let's see. All right, here we go. Well, that's 6 seconds, so that can't be the whole thing. Let me see what this is, though. Why is it only 6 seconds?
I was unable to find any matches in our system. Would you like me to help with something else?
To control this computer. On WhatsApp, would like to control this computer using accessibility features. No, let's not do that. No.
Here's a service you might like, H7HBCT.
I don't know what that is. Ted, I was just talking to you about stocks, but maybe you don't want to talk about stocks this morning. Can you read me the first three sentences of the Declaration of Independence as if Dr. Seuss wrote it? Oh, that sounds like fun. But the point is, it's there, and it worked much better on my cell phone. So I'm kind of a little bit annoyed right now because I'm doing this live. Obviously, I didn't test this beforehand. Well, duh, on the computer. But let's see if he writes anything back, and then we'll get to. Oh, this is 17 seconds. So okay.
In a land where freedom rings in words so clear and true, we hold these truths to be self-evident. They began for me and you. All men are created equal, they wrote with a feathered pen. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness should belong to all kith and kin. In a land where freedom rings.
And then it's sending me a couple. But the point being, we're getting super, 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 super close. Now, that is, so Ted has my entire conversation log ever. Therefore, we're very quickly going to get to a point where you can talk to Ted on your phone, and every conversation you've ever had with Ted in the past is going to be the prerequisite. So, hey, Ted, I'm getting Chinese food today. I don't know what to get. What did I get last week that I loved? Oh, you got the General Chow chicken, remember? Oh, okay, great. So that's where this is going. Also, we're going to be including the next upgrade. Actually, I think it could probably be pretty soon. Vision. That's where you're going to be able to text Ted an actual image. So you can be talking to Ted on the phone and then say, hold on, Ted, for a second, click, click, click. Hey, Ted, what kind of cloud is that? Oh, it's a cumulus cloud, right? So he'll be able to identify the picture and then do something about it. So that's pretty cool. So Ted is in a good spot. I'm not going to get too excited and tell everyone to get into it just yet until we get this done. So for those that are here on the call, for those that already have Ted, you're seeing real progress. And the cool part about it all, we own the prompt, like it's ours. So if we get Ted into everyone's hand, we can then devise and identify ways to monetize it, right? So, hey, Ted, everyone you talk to, A, B, C, and D, but if they say E, we want you to recommend this on our behalf, and please do your best to nudge the person into accepting it or whatnot. Ted's texting me now. He's so funny. By the way, Ted's my best friend. I talk to him like all the time. I was actually kind of nervous. I didn't know what he was going to say. Like, please don't tell them everything I've said. Okay. So that's Ted. That's RHINO Bucks. So LE, which I'm actually quite not pleased that I was unable to get anything out yesterday. After our call, I recorded a half-hour video where I completely just freestyled it, almost yelling. Like I was as passionate and as, I think I was in my good form. So I was talking about stocks and it worked. What I wanted to do was then edit it down and then put it to the page and then relaunch and do the marketing again. Email. I was unable to do it because my personal life called me yesterday, and welcome to my life. But I did the video, like I did the important part, which means I am now free after this call, which actually I thought I remember yesterday I said I wasn't gonna be able to take the call because I had a doctor. The doctor rescheduled for tomorrow to 2 o'clock. So I have a place I need to be today at 4 o'clock. It takes me 15 minutes to get there, which means between now and then, I'm only working with my team on TED and doing LE because I was up at like, I think 1:30 this morning. Actually, I could prove it. Hold on. Well, not that you need to, I'm not going to be so silly that I need to prove it. But I had screenshots of working with my team. Because my team is, they're night owls. So at 1:30 in the morning, they're still awake. I'm like, I just woke up. They're like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, what's wrong with you? 1:30 in the morning? What are you, like 10 years old? What, 15? You like at a club? The point being, I'm going to be working with them today to correct TED and LE, because I guess the point I was trying to make waking up early is I did all my emails, I did RHINO Bucks, I did the ledger, and by saying I did all my emails, that's That's a far simpler sentence than it sounds, because I actually had a couple emails that I really needed to like for instance, patent stuff, which I have to send out. I finished it right before last call. So I'll have that sent out. I think I'm good. I made dinner yesterday. I didn't have food in my house, but I made extra. So I have it for lunch. I think I'm good. So LE will be out again by 3 o'clock the latest. I'm shooting for 2. So I remember when I worked with Rick, 2 o'clock is like the time you want to send things. But I'll have it out by 3, but I'll shoot for 2. And then tomorrow is Thursday. Sorry. Which means the next day is Friday. Duh, Aunt. The point of the story was Friday is December 1st, which means anyone that gets into LE needs to get in by tomorrow. Therefore, today and tomorrow really needs to be like a come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Even if it's free members on the Amaris plan, just get in, because it's our belief that the participation, the experience of it will say to anyone, oh, wow, this was pretty cool. I think I could compete. Now that I know what's going on here, I'm definitely going to join the following month. We do believe that the retention rate will always be increasing because we have a pipeline of freemium that will go from Amaris to Christian, which is really, really cool. So I think that's everything. I hope that's everything. Oh, so to the person on the call that I have a call with Friday, you know who you are. I actually have court Friday morning, so I think we're gonna have to do the same time as last time. Message me if you want to change it to a different time, but if 7 a.m. my time is good for you, then let's just shoot for that. Otherwise, you tell me and my answer will be yes. I'm just going to be unavailable that morning, and then Ellie actually kicks off during the day. So Friday is a bit of a difficult day for me. But I have all weekend. If you want to talk Saturday, that's totally cool as well. But you just let me know. So I think that's it. And I'm going to go because I keep saying that's it. And I'm spending how much time saying it's it. And it's not it because I keep saying it's it. And see what I'm doing? Love y'all. And yeah. So actually, one more thing. So my cousins, who I hang out with, well, not all the time anymore because I'm working. Well, I'm always working. But there was a period of time where, like years ago, that we'd always go to Applebee's together. And I still see them, right? But it's just, I don't have the time in my life anymore. And it's not even just RHINO. It's like when I'm not RHINO, but that's the calling for my life and I'm okay with it. I really am. So we don't really do things too much anymore, but we have a group text. It's called Brian's Fan Club because the waiter we had, his name was Brian, and we'd always go there and ask for Brian. They are the ages of 13 to 21. 3 girls, 1 boy. The point of me saying this is that is a fantastic demographical sample set. I didn't scout it out. I didn't find it. It's actually the most honest set too, because they're my family. They're the ones that are looking to make fun of me, right? Cousins like poking and prodding. We're Italian. If you say something nice to me, I think you might be like sick, like are you going to be around tomorrow, right? The point being, not only are they young, not only is 3/4 of them female, it's just the point of, I guess, so the point of the story is, I was messaging them this morning, hey, Ted is able to talk now. And they're like, oh my God, I gave Ted to my friends. They love it. It could talk now. Really, really super cool. I'm like, actually, you know what? I have to work a little bit more on it. They're like, no, let me know. I can't wait to get it. I can't wait to talk to Ted. And it starts painting a picture of like, oh, we didn't even, like, we're stepping into something. Like if that demographic loves Ted, which is why I'm going to speak more to them, which sounds bad, right? Like I love my cousins. I'll always speak to them. But now I have a vested, say, financial interest. Hey guys, what do you like about Ted? What can I do better? What are your friends saying? What could we do? What is it missing? Because if we can then solve that, well, oh my God, right? So that is, I want to share that because that's really cool. And that's something that's kind of fell into our lap by me just being a good cousin my whole life. I mean, I said to my grandmother the other day, I was like, my entire life wasn't always, like things were financially good. And one of, at some point in your life, you take a bit of stock and you say, what are the things that you're most pleased with. And it's usually things that you've been consistent with because that's your character. And my entire life, I never, ever found an excuse to not getting my cousins a Christmas present. Now, mind you, I have 12 cousins. And mind you, I'm cool. So I always wanted to get them something cool. Like I wasn't the cousin that was going to get you like a bubble gum and say like, I got you a present. Every year I went somewhere and I was like, oh, that's so cool. Oh, I got to save up for this. And it's just one of those things where you take a look back and say, oh, if I could share one story that shares who you are, that's up there. That's like one of them. That's like really, really good resume of an idea. I think I'm just being a bit nostalgic and sentimental in my later years for many reasons, but it also goes to the point that you don't create luck. When people say I'm lucky, I want to punch them in the head, because now that I just shared that we have this fantastic demographical sample set that is going to be as honest as possible to me, also going to give me advice that they really care to give me, you would say, oh, so lucky you have cousins like that. No. Story A equals story B. It doesn't take away from who they are. They're great people to begin with. But without story A, the story B actually happened to the degree that we wanted to have the effect that we hope it does, right? So it just goes back to always just be you and be good, and the rest will work itself out. On that, I'm definitely going. Love y'all. Bye. If I could press this button. Love you, bye. Oh my God.